Okay, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the 2022-2023 Curricular Band concert season. My name, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Chad Thompson. I have the privilege of being the band director here at Bethel Park High School. And on behalf of all of the bands tonight, I want to welcome you to the auditorium this evening. We are so anxious and so excited to share a wonderful program of music with you. In front of you, this is the freshman band. All students in 9th grade take a band class. We meet 5 days a week throughout the entire school year. And I have to say that it's just remarkable the amount of growth that these fine young people have made from the beginning of the year to now. We have 4 pieces of music to share with you. The first one is titled Shackleford Banks. And I think what's interesting, it's supposed to sound like almost like a Western. And it's supposed to depict wild Mustangs running off on the distance. And I think it really does a good job conveying that. It takes them through a lot of different interesting styles. There's a lot of cool harmonies. It's been a really great teaching piece for us at the beginning of the year. Hope you enjoy it. Shackleford Banks. Our second piece of music is a wonderful ballad by one of my absolute favorite composers, Larry Dane. Just writes a wonderful amount of repertoire for the medium level band and some advanced level bands, utilizing a lot of folk music, just great teaching music. This is a really good tone builder exercise for us in the beginning of the year. The title of the piece is Song for Friends by Larry Dane. Our next piece is titled Antecedium by Ed Huckabee. This has been a wonderful challenge for us, specifically about harmonies. We have what's called parallel harmony in this piece, where it kind of starts off in C minor, and then the middle section moves into C major. So it's been a good challenge to our ears. It's opened our minds to some different harmonies. We also hear a little bit of what's called modal mixture inside of this piece. So it's been a wonderful kind of introduction for the freshman band into some extended harmonies in some of their repertoire. Antecedium by Ed Huckabee. band program would not be complete without a concert march. And if you've been coming to these concerts, you know how I feel about them. I wake up to them, honestly. I set my alarm for concert marches. This is a great one by Carl King, Our Heritage. We had to do a quick warm-up right there. We have one of our flute players playing piccolo on this. Needed a quick moment there to make sure that the piccolo was ready to go. So thank you for being a wonderful audience. This is the freshman band. Hope you've enjoyed. There'll be a slight little transition between this band and concert band in just a moment. Hope you enjoy. Our Heritage by Carl King. Thank you so much for the kind applause, and thank you for your patience as we transition between the two bands. In front of you, this is the Bethel Park High School Concert Band. This is a collection of fine young people in grades 10 through 12. They actually rehearse in 3 separate sections. There's 2 sections for all of our wind players, and there's 1 section for all of our percussionists, and we hold some combined rehearsals together, and I couldn't be prouder of the work that they've put in. The title of that first piece was For the New Day Arisen. It functions as a great concert opener for their part of the program. Really wonderfully challenging for us because it's in compound meter. It's in a 6/8 triple meter feel. So it's wonderful. They did a wonderful job on it, and it fits them for the size ensemble that they are. We're going to move now to a slower piece by one of my favorite composers, David Holsinger. And this piece, in addition to some of his others, are a stark departure for some of his other works that are very fast, angular, and aggressive. This is a very striking, beautiful, and emotional lyrical piece titled A Childhood Hymn. It's a wonderful challenge in that, again, it introduces some extended harmonies, some modal mixture, and it provides some opportunity for chamber music playing in addition to full ensemble playing. Hope you enjoy David Holsinger's A Childhood Hymn. All right, our third piece of music is titled Blue Ridge Saga by what I guess we consider now a little bit older of a composer, James Swearingen, but great pieces of music he has written, especially for the beginning of the school year, for an ensemble like this. Everybody gets involved, everybody's got technique to play. It also takes us through a number of different styles. Fast technical passages, compound meter, lyrical sections. It's a wonderful piece of music. Blue Ridge Saga by James Swearingen. Thank you again for the kind applause. Here it comes again, another march. Miss Liberty by Carl King. Similar in style to the one that you heard Freshman Banjo, similar composer, just slightly more technical, slightly more challenging. Pushes these guys because it moves into A flat major in the trio section of the march. You'll hear that key change. And that's a technical area that sometimes we don't have enough facility in. So great, again, teaching piece for us at the beginning of the year. Thank you. Wonderful, wonderful job here by Concert Band. Let's finish off with Miss Liberty by Carl King. everybody. Thank you for that kind applause. Sorry, we had to do another little transition there. The first piece of music we played for you was titled Fanfare for a Festive Day by Roger Seashee. It's a very unknown piece. I was introduced to it early in actually my high school career. I actually played it whenever I was in high school. It was written in the late 90s. It was premiered at like a Texas All-State Band. It is a really, really fantastic piece of music. The challenge in it is that it sits in C major, so sometimes it can be a little bit challenging for young bands, but symphonic bands knocking it out of the park. Speaking of, the band in front of you is titled the Bethel Park High School Symphonic Band. This is the audition ensemble that we have here at Bethel Park High School. These are among the most capable wind and percussion players we have, and I have the privilege to work with them on a daily basis as well. We're going to continue with what would probably be an older traditional piece of music, but it's actually quite contemporary in its composition. God of Our Fathers by Claude T. Smith is essentially a theme and variation type piece. We're going to go through multiple avenues on this particular tune based on the hymn, God of Our Fathers, that's been you'll see it in church hymns, you'll see it, I believe it's one of the military bands, it's one of their songs. And the crown jewel of this piece, if you listen for this, in the center section of the tune, you'll hear an actual fugue happen between all the brass choirs. Okay, the trumpet stayed at first, passes over to the horns and the trombones, then finally to the low brass. And it is just this magnificent part of the piece, and it culminates in this final statement of the actual chorale. So please enjoy this. It's one of my absolute favorite pieces. It's a little bit lengthy, but it's a real joy to listen to. God of Our Fathers by Claude T. Smith. Isn't that piece incredible? Isn't that an awesome piece, right? Yeah. So I'd like to invite one of our students up to conduct the next piece. I want to give a quick shout out. I'm pulled frequently to do facilitator meetings and various other departmental things, and we're so very fortunate. We have such great kids. Thank you for raising such just wonderful people that I have the privilege to work with on a daily basis. Thank you so much. And every time I'm out, Miss Rebecca Tupper, who is our student director in the marching band, I know she always runs a rehearsal and keeps things active, and it's really calming to know that whenever I'm not there, I know they're still able to be productive. So I offered, and she took me up on the offer. She's going to conduct our next piece. So yeah, let's give her a round of applause. Welcome her to the podium. And while she's getting set, I'll introduce the piece. This is a brand new piece of music. It's only a few years old, by a wonderful composer, Yukiko Nishiruma. And it's just a fresh, awesome piece of music. We've had this explosion of new repertoire in the wind band realm, and this is an absolute gem. It's a gorgeous piece of music, very flourishing, lots of color tones. And it's just a really, really wonderful piece of music. So this is Flying Away. thank you so much for coming this evening. This kind of kickstarts our concert season. Mrs. Glover was out here last night with the orchestras. We have our fall band concert here, and then we have all kinds of fun things ahead throughout December and through the remainder of the year. Thank you so much for taking time out of your evening, out of your busy lives, to hear some great music. We'll have some just wonderful people that we get to work with, and you guys get to hear on a weekly basis through the marching band, and now you get to hear what we've been working on in the classroom. So thank you so much for coming tonight. I really, truly appreciate it. I want to say some thank yous. Our new auditorium coordinator, Mr. Chris Plummer, if we could give him a round of applause for helping the setup and being here tonight. Keep the applause going for stage crews. A couple of stage crew members are here tonight running lights and sound. Thank you so much. And if I could give one more shout out to our incredible performances by freshman bands. And to our upperclassmen concert band. Okay? I'm very proud of all of you for the fine work that you're doing at the beginning of the year. If this is what we sound like here, then man, we are boundless, we are limitless. We're going to finish with one of, again, every march is my favorite, but this one really ranks up there. Gustav Holst wrote two wonderful suites of music, one in E-flat major, one in F major. And we're going to do the one in E-flat major, and we're going to do the march movement, the third movement. This is the Holst first suite in E-flat major, the third movement only, the march. Thank you again for coming tonight. Please enjoy. you so much for your kind applause. Have a safe ride home tonight. We'll see you at the next event. Take care.
Hey, guys.